This video is brought to you by Soundcore. Their new Liberty Air 2 headphones are currently 20% off. Head down to the description to grab yours. Britney Spears is one of the most recognizable celebrities of all time. Rising to stardom in the late 90s, Britney's first two albums, Baby One More Time and Oops, I Did It Again, were international hits that catalyzed the success of the growing teen pop market. While many people like to overlook Britney's teen pop phase in favor of her later meltdown, I consider this the flawed way to look at her career. I believe in order to truly understand the significance of her fall, you have to understand her meteoric rise. In this first installment of my Britney series, we're going to be discussing Britney's rapid ascension in the 90s, her attempts at a holy image, as well as the beginning of her relationship to the ruthless and relentless media. Let's get into it. Britney Jean Spears was born on December 2nd, 1981, to a working-class family from Mississippi. By the time Britney was able to walk and talk, she was already starting the groundwork for her life as a performer. Her parents enrolled her into gymnastics, singing, dancing, to which she won various talent show awards for. At the age of 8, Britney's father saw an audition poster for the revival of the hit show The Mickey Mouse Club. Eager to try out, Britney and her mother traveled to Atlanta to audition for the role. Unfortunately, she was rejected due to being too young and was instead referred to a performing arts school in New York City. Britney and her mother moved to New York and enrolled for 6 months, but due to the demanding workload, Britney decided to go back home and continue working on talent shows. By the age of 12, Britney was able to re-audition for the role in the Mickey Mouse Club. She got the part this time and starred next to future singers Justin Timberlake and Christina Aguilera, until the show's eventual cancellation in '94. When the show ended, Britney had no other choice but to move back home again and carry on living life as a normal high school teenager. Although she did enjoy the high school experiences of doing sports and going to prom, she never felt like it was enough. She had already had a taste of what fame was like and wanted more of it. That's when Larry Rudolph, a family friend and entertainment lawyer, convinced Britney's family he could get her a record deal. Britney was flown out to New York to search for one, but was rejected from almost all the labels. Determined to give it her best shot, Britney went in for a final audition at Jive Records. The executives were surprised by her young age and determination, and signed her to a development deal where she would work with different producers to develop her signature voice. On October 23, 1998, a 16-year-old Britney Spears released her debut song, Baby One More Time. It was the record that practically changed her life overnight, from a normal teenager to a singing sensation. The song went #1 in 18 countries, was nominated for a Grammy, and is still till this day one of the best-selling singles of all time. While the song was a major success, perhaps the real moment Britney became prominent was a month later, after her video premiered. The now iconic music video, where Britney dances inside the halls of a Catholic school, really helped solidify and boost the ubiquity of the song.
I thought it would be really cool, the kids being in school, wanting to get out, and just hanging around, going outside to the parking lot, which everyone does that at every school. They go to the parking lot and everyone's just talking to all their friends, gossiping. That's kind of what it's like. Dancing is included, so it's a lot of energy, so I thought it would be really cool.
As important as it is to understand that Britney was experiencing a lot of chart success, I believe it's even more important to understand that she was experiencing cultural success. It may be hard to imagine for the younger generation, but back in the day, having a #1 was actually a crazy accomplishment. Today, when an artist goes #1, it doesn't necessarily guarantee cultural significance. It really just has to do with popularity and/or begging fans for streams. But Britney Spears was significant. You go to the store, you see a magazine with Britney's face on it. You turn on the TV, there Britney was making a cameo. You run the radio, and Britney Spears was most definitely playing. She really was the it girl of America, and people were obsessed. You couldn't get out of it. And I mean, what was not to like? She was beautiful, talented, hardworking. In almost every interview, she was graceful with the same question being thrown in her face. How did it feel to be Britney Spears, the it girl? You would think someone would get tired of repeating the same answer over and over again, but Britney always kept up her composure, better than any pop star I've seen in my lifetime. She recognized early on that if she played the media game well, they could amplify her career to unknown heights. The best example of this can be seen when she would make frequent visits to Total Request Live. For those of you who don't know, Total Request Live was a popular 1-hour program on MTV, in which celebrities would go on the show to promote their projects. Britney was one of the first dedicated artists to be there. She would host events, have listening parties, frequently guest. In return, Britney's popularity would grow, as they would constantly replay her music video. This mutually beneficial relationship with the media proved to be effective for her early career, and undoubtedly opened doorways for a lot of other teen pop princesses. Whether it be Christina Aguilera, Mandy Moore, or Jessica Simpson, all of them were a direct effect of what Britney Spears was able to produce: manufactured bubblegum pop with a little bit of sex appeal. With other record labels actively trying to replicate her, no one was really gonna let Britney sit down and relax. She was quick to get back into the studio and released her second record, Oops, I Did It Again, on May 16th of 2000. But this time something was different about Britney. She was sexier, edgier, a little bit less composed. You see, in the Baby One More Time era, her record label tried hard to promote her as this Christian girl from the South. Any type of sexual innuendos were heavily criticized by the media, i.e. her 1999 Rolling Stone cover. Yet in Oops, I Did It Again, it was clear she was taking steps to shed further away from that image. Even in the title track, she repeatedly sings I'm Not That Innocent, almost like a heads up to the public. But perhaps the true end of her teen pop era was in the 2000 MTV VMA performance, where she unbuttoned her clothing to reveal a sequenced nude bodysuit, metaphorically shredding away any left innocence she'd been battling with over the years. It was the beginning of her accepting her childhood and coming into her womanhood. However, we would later see that this liberation would not come without consequences from the public, and the controversy would plant the seed for her nasty relationship with the media.
Yeah, Britney's outfit on the VMAs, I think she's just trying to show that she's not a kid anymore, and she looked great in it.
She's just wearing those kind of clothes to get attention, and really if she was such a great musician or artist, she wouldn't have to wear such skimpy outfits to be as well known and as famous. But I mean, I understand because a lot of the celebrities dress like that, so I guess if that's what she wants to do, then she should do it.
What I would say to Britney, if I saw her on the street, I'd probably tell her, think about those 12-year-olds that listen to your music, and think about the 12-year-olds who saw you on the VMAs, and think what they're thinking. They probably are thinking that it's okay to dress like that, which it's not.
Britney Spears will always be remembered as a cultural icon. Her influence as the all-American pop princess not only showed the possibilities of how successful teen pop could be, but it set up the female archetype that so many artists would embody till this day. Unfortunately, the story of Britney Spears is far from over. In future videos, we'll see what happens to the coveted pop princess when an abundant amount of success, fame, and money corrupt the mind and lead down the road to insanity. Until next time on Britney Spears, The Complete Series. Thank you for watching. I would like to thank Soundcore for sponsoring this video. I've been recently listening to a lot of my music on their Liberty Air 2 headphones. They feature diamond-coated drivers and 4 built-in microphones, so I'm always getting a crisp listening experience. CNET has even named them Editor's Choice for best earbuds under $100. If you would like to purchase one of your own, head down to the link in the description where they're currently having a limited time 20% discount. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more pop culture content, then consider subscribing, as it really helps this channel grow and allows me to give you guys better content. That's all I've got for now. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you with the next video real soon.